The Amazing Digital Circus episode 9 just dropped, and Glitch did what they always do. They hid things. Background details, theater exclusive scenes, Easter eggs, callbacks, real world lore, stuff you'd only catch if you knew where to look. Most people missed all of it. I did the first time through. Here's every secret you probably missed in the episode. And let's just start it right here with the title, Episode 9. Remember, while much of the episode did have memories specifically of Ribbit and Kaufmo from Jax's perspective, the title actually has another meaning. And it's right here in Google Translate. The Russian word pomni means remember in English. So from the pilot alone, you could have actually guessed the title of the final episode. Now, before the movie started in cinemas, there was a pretty long scene that was not included in the YouTube or Netflix versions. I don't know if we'll ever get to see those in high resolution, but thankfully, people recorded them when they weren't supposed to, so we get to watch. Now, as this starts, Glitch, I did not film this. This is not my video. This is just a random YouTube channel that I found that has this. So please don't copyright strike me or get me in trouble in any way. I will remove this if I have to. But yeah, this is, oh, here it is. Ugly fish, right?
Yeah. Iconic Digital Circus character, Orange Talking Fish.
Orange Talking Fish. Okay.
Welcome you to the Amazing Digital Circus, the last act screening, where you will be watching episodes 8 and the grand finale, episode 9. In an amazing
There's 9 figures. What was that?
If you have not watched the rest of the episodes, but you've got like 30 seconds to catch up, so get on it. Also here to remind you to turn all mobile devices to silent.
That is
and
a
to
cool
please
phone.
not film or spoil anything you see here tonight.
You know,
share all of your reactions online, but just please God, no spoilers.
Yes, and you guys did pretty well.
Usually Caine does these things, but he couldn't make it because he died.
He's praying for him. What?
You know, I was medically dead for 4 minutes once. There was no one waiting for me. It was blackness. There's nothing after. I think for some people they see something, but for me it was black and nobody was there. I think God doesn't want me.
Oh my goodness, it's so depressing.
I don't know what I did.
Wow. Oh, this is longer.
Bugged out for a QR code at the end of the screening that gives you early access to finale version, the online store.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't want to die.
Oh my, that's so sad.
Please don't go.
I will.
Do not pirate. Oh. You missed it. Wait, but there's a Caine one after this too, I think. Oh yeah, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's
Oh my
finally
goodness.
time for the moment you've all been waiting for.
Okay.
Say it with me.
Yep.
Welcome
To the Amazing Digital Circuit.
After placing a strange headset on her fragile human cranium, our sad little jester, Omni, finds herself in the Amazing Digital Circus, a whimsical, fun-filled virtual paradise that you can probably never ever leave.
True,
Don't focus
they can't.
on the never ever leave part, though. That sort of thinking leads to abstraction, which leads to the
Sort
cellar,
of,
which
yes.
leads to a lot of screaming that's frankly terrible for Bubbles' sensitive ears.
Bubbles
Running this circus
dead?
is
Okay.
me, your charming, benevolent ringmaster, Caine. And
Hi,
it's
Caine.
inhabited by other humans. like
Wait, are they?
Gangle
We know.
and Teapot
Oh, and
Ginger
Ginger too. Ragatha Jax.
and there's
Nope. Oh. Woohoo!
The Caine then does some amazing digital things like running, crushing, growing as people, learning to look both ways, miscellaneous, and gun safety. Through it all, Omni begins to realize that maybe, just maybe, this digital circus ain't so bad, especially when she has friends
Does she
to
by the
suffer
end,
with.
though?
I mean, suffer with. Also, Kinger might have helped create the circus. Who knows? The guy's as crazy as a guy who's crazy. But there's one human that Pomni just can't seem to understand. Jax, who after a normal and healthy adventure involving unregistered firearms, has a legendary crash out and pushes Pomni away, emotionally and physically.
Because that's
and
what he
right
does.
As they were just getting close. Oh, the drama!
This is really
Meanwhile,
okay.
It slowly begins to dawn on my big brain that perhaps my lovingly crafted adventures of horror and pain may not be appealing to a group of fragile human psyches, but then realize that's ridiculous because they totally love me. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, for no particular reason, I devised my biggest adventure yet.
Oh,
Using
yeah, they
a
didn't like
totally
that one.
real and not suspicious human named Abel, I created
This is a
a
good
scenario
recap,
where
actually.
the humans had to decide whether they wanted to escape the circus or stay with me forever. The details
they
of what went
chose-
down are extremely simple and
They chose
not
me.
confusing. But the important part is, at the end of the day, Jax, of all people, made
And
the
now
right
we know
choice
why.
to stay in the circus forever. I don't entirely understand why. He's
We do.
going through some things. He's sad about a frog.
Oh, wow.
Humans are really
Okay.
confusing. Anyway, now you're all caught up. The
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
thing that aired for free 6 months ago. Bye.
I love that. There we go. Okay, so that's the end of that. And I really like that they drew attention to him pushing Pomni away, because it puts that fresh in your mind, so that when Jax pushes away Ribbit in this episode, you're like, oh, just like he did with Pomni, that's his MO, that's what he does. All right, so in the beginning, of course, you guys all caught that we didn't have Caine, so he's not singing here at all. This is the original intro. It throws back to the pilot without Caine singing his part because he's gone. He's not deleted, but he's out in the void, right? Yep, and after day after. So they put Pomni in there instead of Kaufmo. That was the difference. But you guys remember, and there's the Teapot. I didn't even notice that the first time, but this is something that we've seen when we rewatched episodes 1 through 8. This Teapot is an animation legend. It's one of the original computer animated modeling objects is this Teapot, and it is in every single episode. Multiple times. It's in this one multiple times as well.
I'm glad we're still friends.
Oh man, okay, we're gonna skip over these parts because they're just way too sad. Even now, man, just the Pomni hugs get me. Now, as Pomni enters Jax's consciousness in his abstraction, the first place she ends up is here, with the 5 rooms representing the 5 cast members in the circus. How Jax's consciousness would deal with each of the abstractions, and we'll talk about this one in a second after Pomni goes through this door right here for Zubul. So as she closes this door, Pomni glances at this door, and we don't see anyone, or we don't see a color on here. She tries to open the locks, but unfortunately she can. And the reason is that that door right there represents Jax's mental state or the situation if Pomni were to abstract. She's not allowed to access that, whether Jax locked it off to her so that she doesn't see the feelings that he actually has for her or what, I don't know. But we do know that Jax has always cared about and been closer to Pomni than anyone else that is currently in the digital circus. So Pomni now heads to where Gangle it is abstracted and gone. And you can see this here. We've always known that there was this developing friendship and relationship between Zubul and Gangle throughout the 9 episodes. But right here, I didn't catch it at first. It's Z Heart G. So Zubul loves Gangle. We've known it, but they're wearing it as literally a badge now that they love Gangle.
Loved. Now I'm going to kill you.
And they say it too. Now, of course, we have the memories of, or Jax's memories of him running somewhere, then driving a car, and then this is where we learn, kind of, if you put it together, you learn later that this is Jax, and during his period of being homeless. Now, that scene, fun fact, that hand there, it was actually Gooseworks in the footage. See, sleeping in an alley, wish me luck on April 2nd. And you can see a few seconds of where they were. And look, you can look really closely, like right here especially, like look at this floor and like where the brick is and where like that stain is, and then we go to the actual footage and yeah, you can see it is in exactly the same spot. So this is actually the show's creators and director's hand.
So,
So during these memories, you can see some details in the background, so you can kind of tell where the circus is at this point. There's Ragatha right there if you zoom in. She's standing on top of this, I don't know what it is. They're just hanging out. Looks like Ragatha is actually doing whatever she's supposed to do in the adventure. And then there's these weird little creatures here. That's Kinger's like robe right there. He's riding one of these toward Ragatha. It's really, really difficult to see, but I love that they have put those details in there that you can only spot when you watch it back 2, 3, or 4 times. So during this scene when Jax is telling Ribbit about his childhood and his family history and what happened with his mom. Right here, they show us, well, I focused on the teapot here, but what I should have focused on here was right in the corner, this bowling ball. It's a whole shelf full of things, but this bowling ball is extremely important because we do see it a little bit later when Jax sees Kaufmo abstract. He has this bowling ball. He's holding it as tight as he can while he talks himself down in the mirror and is about to cry. This is what happened. Well, actually, we need to go all the way back to episode 1 to see the bowling ball reference. This is what happens right after that with him holding the bowling ball. Right here, boom, there is the bowling ball in episode 1, the pilot, 11 minutes in. These are the kind of callbacks that Glitch is famous for, calling all the way back to this, just sitting there. It's the only real detail you see in Kaufmo's room that really stands out. It was in that scene as well, and
I've been looking for this. Thanks for keeping an eye on it, Coffee. I'm gonna head out. See ya.
so this bowling ball is something that represents Ribbit. Kaufmo had it because he missed Ribbit, and Jax was apparently looking for it. And now that Kaufmo has abstracted, he wants that bowling ball for his memories of Ribbit. And we know it was hers. It was in her room as Jax was telling her about his backstory.
One stupid
day. So this part really defines who Jax is, and you have to pay close attention to it. We're going to watch it back.
I told her something I regret telling her.
You told her something he regrets.
Something deep and personal.
Something deep and personal.
I thought would get her off my back. But she laughed at me. Then
Laughed?
She went off on me.
Yelled at him.
And it didn't stop.
Degraded
Personal,
him.
degrading insults that felt like it went on forever. And despite all that, the thing that bothered me most was, at the end of all of it, she hugged me.
Right. And accepted what he told her.
I didn't know what to do. So I panicked, and I pushed her off me with all the force I could. She fell backwards. And she didn't get up. I didn't know if she was just trying to make me feel bad, or... I never found out the answer. I just ran as far away from it as I could. Whatever I did to her, I'll never know. I guess there's a lot of things I regret about that day.
And Ribbit understands. She knows
sure she's
Jax. And
I mean, if the police never came after you, then she was
makes
probably
sense
fine.
of it for him, but also she does this.
I'm sorry. I definitely overshared.
Nope,
Wait.
Nope. Because she understood. She knows what
I'm
Jax
glad you trust me.
told his mom. And by doing what she does here...
Shit. This is embarrassing.
Because he's never told this to anyone else. The only person he ever told was his mother, and then he left her to be alone, and she puts that there. And you think about it, and you're like, I did not understand. Your secret's safe with me. and he's okay with it. And look at the look. Now this secret, which all ends right there. It ends the moment and breaks the entire circus, and Ribbit abstracts as a result. This secret that he told his mom was about his gender identity. He has a bow on his head, and Ribbit understands what he told his mother, or her mother, depending on how he wanted to be identified. And their mother reacted originally with laughter, anger, and then acceptance, which is what happens with so many young people when they express gender identity in a different way than would be traditional. This is Jax's big secret, and she understood, and she knew, and he knows that she knew, and he couldn't have anyone else find out because of how embarrassing it was for him, and also because of his regrets with his mother and what happened when she found out. So in this scene right here, you notice one of the costumes that Jax is wearing in this film strip here it actually looks, not this one, but this one actually looks a lot like his IRL persona that we see at the end of the video, with the hair in the face and kind of like longish hair, tall and lanky. May not be, but could be.
Stay with me.
Dude, it's so sad. Okay, and right here, okay, remember those flashbangs right there that were in the hallway? I'm gonna risk a little bit of copyright here to talk about the Stevie Wonder song, Isn't She Lovely? And the song is Isn't She Lovely? Now, Pomni is in a lot of these scenes, but Jax is in every single one of them and in those costumes. Oh, please don't copyright me. The Isn't She Lovely, again with Jax and his gender identity, I think that the she in this is actually Jax. I know it's a lot and it's kind of a stretch, but I think with what we found out with Ribbit and the lyrics of the song and Jax being in all of these scenes, it's referencing Jax. Now, back to those flashbangs in the hallway and who saves Pomni in the very end with their very, very, very long arm. Right here, it's Zooble. And in order to find out where those flashbangs came from, you can go back to the They All Get Guns episode. So when Zooble goes to their room to hide from Pomni and Jax, they change to different arms. But right there is a bunch of flashbangs, and they focus on it, right? And Zooble says, huh. Right? And then as they sing the song, Zooble takes one, and there's still a pile left over. Also, when Jax opens up the door, they throw only one, so they have all those flashbangs left over. So those flashbangs in the hallway were put there by Zooble, and they were from this adventure. Now, this scene here where Gangle sees Jax in the tent and cries for the very first time, missing Jax, and it's finally that the waterworks have started, and she's just like a sniffle cry. In the original script, she was meant to absolutely lose it, like screaming, crying. You can see the voice actor actually do it as she was supposed to originally before they rewrote it.
You remember the scene
right
where
here.
Gangle sees Jax in
So
the
this
tent
is
and
Marissa
he
Lenti,
cried.
the voice actor for Gangle.
Originally, she scream cried, like top of her lungs, screaming and crying. And I don't think anyone else was there. I think she went by herself and just broke down all of her emotion, just right there in front of the tent.
Can you do a live performance of it right now?
And here's her voice actor. Yes, we do.
Oh, actually?
Actually. It's amazing, like, what these voice actors can do.
It's kind of like that.
And then just breaks out of character. That's amazing.
Having a lot of complex thoughts.
Now, this is also the first time we've ever seen the inside of Gangle's room. And there's not a lot going on in it, but we do get to see her art.
We're still human.
Yeah. Sure. right there. So you can see what she's drawn or drawn recently. I mean, it's about the circus. It shows Gangle with the episode 4 fast food mask on. It's got Pomni here, but more human-like, just Pomni's head. I wonder if some of these are supposed to be Zooble here. So here starts the Void scene, which is an amazing scene learning about Caine and him realizing what was wrong with him. Now, Bubble isn't Bubble anymore.
Was I truly that bad?
No face, no mouth, no eyes.
Is this really what I deserve?
But what he ends up doing is taking the blue AI out, which gives him a ton of power, having both AIs inside there. But what I didn't understand originally, but I caught by the end, is that this here is his original journey through whatever storage device that they are in to make the digital circus. So this was his original time, and this is a parallel to now finding his way back to the circus he created, to the people he created. In the original journey, he created the circus. He found the files, but in this journey, he has made it to the internet. Actually, kind of technically going through that exit door to the outside world. Now, Mike Dobby, actually, I almost missed that. Mike Dobby, which we found was Scratch's name, the first character in the digital circus that he brought to life. If you guys go back to episode 4, another callback, the fast food one. Oh, there it is. That's what I'm looking for right there. So all the prizes are super weird. There's the 57.57, which if you guys know what that 57 is, I've seen a little bit of speculation that like this was supposed to have been by the end set in 2017, but now it's 2026. And so 57, Kinger was supposed to be 48 in 2017, and now he would be 57 years old, so that is his age. I don't know if that, I don't know about that. I don't know about all that, but anyway, the Dobby Dog is crazy because we've got Mike Dobby. His avatar is a dog.
What the dog do?
They gave us Mike Dobby's last name in episode 4. Yeah, and then they turned him into a hot dog. Poor guy. And he takes their names and basically Googles all of them. So, back here. This is Abigail Brooks is Pomni. Susie J. Ackerman is Ragatha. Zoe Raghavan is Gangle. Leroy Mateo is Jax. Grant Best, of course, is Kinger. And Riley Vercelles is Zooble. And yeah, there we go. And it starts with Pomni, and I really wanted to read this. And there's also some really cool like IRL stuff with this. So Abby Babbly Brooks, and we can see parts of her Instagram. That is Instagram, right? Yeah, and you can see it's 2017. It's interesting too that the Wi-Fi can only handle, it starts off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars and eventually goes to 0. So once he has used that connection up, there's no more for him to look at. So yeah, one goes away, then the next one, movie night, see, and it goes down and down and down. Happy birthday, Sam, Susie. So yeah, and this is something people really wanted to look at. I think we can look at it later, but yeah, he goes through all of it so fast. And I think that, I bet if you watched this in theaters, you definitely came to these scenes specifically so you could freeze frame them and read some of this. Like, for example, Triangle Bar, Riley Vercelles. Riley, of course, is Zooble, right? And they have this bar where everyone is welcome, right? The Triangle Bar. Zooble's head is a triangle, and you wouldn't catch that. I mean, it's literally like 1 or 2 frames, really. Like, you're not gonna catch that. And this right here is so cool. Abby Adventures 57. This is Pomni's YouTube channel, exploring giant abandoned school, published on November 22nd, 2017. We know that Pomni was an accountant, but also had a YouTube channel making videos exploring these abandoned buildings, which is how she ended up at CNA and ended up getting scanning herself with the headset she put it on. But the cool thing about it is you can actually, not 67, Abby Adventures 57. Which one is it? Is it this one? There. Abby, there's a bunch of fakes. Of course there are. There's like 577. And look at, come on, YouTube, put the right one at the top, man. I don't want to be subscribing to non-Pomni. It's the one with the most subscribers right here, guys. It doesn't actually have any content, although, weird. Excited to present my latest adventure. What weird things will we find today? I promise this one's a lot more interesting than the last video. This video isn't publicly available. And did other people, okay, Ghost, time to release the videos. Amazing digital content. Some IRL stuff. This is actually Abby, the person who's never been to the circus, right? Do we have any other information about it? Joined April 20th, 2026. We are going to subscribe. It's Pomni. I'm definitely subscribing to Pomni. Come on now. Oh, look at these though. Interesting. It's Abby. It's a repost from my original short. This is someone who's like cosplaying, exploring an abandoned construction site. Oh, this is so weird. So someone's like, sort of like with POV videos. That's kind of cool. This one too, exploring creepy abandoned CNA office. Oh my, dude, this is, whoa. This one's kind of scary. That is unsettling, man. Okay, let's get back to TADC. Right, so here's more of it.
She's still an accountant.
This is more of it.
But she seems to have opened up more and is hanging out with new friends more often. She even has some of them in her videos
there it is.
her,
I want to see this video.
Which she still posts on occasion.
Okay. Yeah, that would be 5,000 views. Not bad back in 2017.
Susie.
Ragatha. So we could see more of it. Let's move on with the sale. And I think it's really not a whole lot that would have any relation to the circus itself, you know, minus the triangle bar. Now,
Zoe
Gangle.
Ragavan.
So,
despite her injuries, she's made a good recovery in the hospital.
So the injuries are from the car accident, and we've seen flashes of that before. That's the car accident that they're referring to. But this profile, and what I thought was really a cool detail here, this was in 2017, right? This is all set in 2017. You can see joined July 2015, copyright 2017 Twitter. This is before X. This is in a different time. And the very cool thing about Mozo26 is this actually exists as well. And there's already 31,000 followers. Front cover art sketch, very excited for this. And this is actual IRL lore, because if you see her arm right here, she's got like a wrist splint from the accident, which she changed careers after the accident from fast food to that. There's only the one post, but it's totally worth it, dude. Now, Kinger, being at the time, this would have been 2017. I think they said 48 or 49 years old. Being older, may not have had an online presence. So Kinger came across his daughter's Facebook page here, Ann Bess, and you can see here, if you look at the details, a junior software engineer at K-Star Tech, was just a floor manager and studied computer science, so went to college, and is following in dad's footsteps, being a software engineer. And you can see here he's playing with like a, well, I guess, okay, so wait, 2017, that would have been like an original Oculus headset, right? I think this is Queenie right here, and this is his daughter, Ann, or their daughter, Ann, and
married to his
not
wife,
only Destiny. That's Queenie, and they have two daughters. So this is Destiny, this is Grant here, and these are his two daughters. Oh man, see this music when it started to come up like this, like I seriously thought it was the end. Like, I mean, it is so cinematic and huge. Like, it makes you want to cry. The amount of times I wanted to cry and did cry during this episode is like unreal. Now, right here, when Kinger is writing down suggestions of things to change, things to add, you can see he's like into it until, yeah, Zubul comes barging in and makes a suggestion. Watch his irises. They're fine, they're normal. And as soon as Zubul shows up, he's like, oh, I think it's in reference to the credits. He's like, oh my, I love the mural of all of the abstracted characters that they painted to give a tribute to them. Now here during the the baseball game again. Pomni is wearing number 57. That number is going to haunt me until I figure out what it means. Maybe it's just completely random and they just want to put it in every single episode and make us wonder. It's gotta mean something though. They wouldn't do that otherwise, you know? Also a really cool detail here. If you look here, it's sort of a tribute to, well, at least Jax and Kaufmo. Not sure I see anything Ribbit related, so I'm not sure why it was. So yeah, and you got the Gator Goo. We've seen that before with Gummy Goo, but these two abstracted characters, Kaufmo and Jax, and then right up in the corner here, I don't know if it was in the previous one where it was the untitled episode, but this is for Jax, kind of. All you can corn would absolutely horrify Jax. He's afraid of corn because of his trypophobia. So also in this scene here, where all of the abstracted characters have become like sea creatures and they're in the dark, so they're calm. If you notice here, you know, Pomni's just sitting there, but if you look at Kinger, he is reading a book to Queenie. And the reason we know it's Queenie, well, one, because it's his wife and he misses her, but two, in the dark, he's also lucid and remembers and misses her. And three, those are butterflies on the book. And we know that his wife and him, he came to love butterflies, it sort of represents their relationship in TADC. So now in this scene, when the music is big again, we've got everyone with their favorite food, and it's a round table instead of a long table. It wraps up the entire series, just like the pilot was wrapped up at the end. But there's a difference here. One, the table is round instead of straight across. But the second thing is everyone has their own favorite food. So Pomni has a fish. And you can see right there, it is a round table because they're all like eating together. So starting with Ragatha, she has like a Chinese food. It's like fried shrimp and egg rolls. Kinger, for some reason, has a full-size chicken. I don't know why he would like chicken or would even know it. Burger and fries for Gangle. We've got sushi for Zubul. Kinger's got just mashed potatoes. And then, of course, Pomni has a fish. I think I've seen Gooseworks say her favorite food is actually salmon. Now, right here, this scene, Pomni breaks the fourth wall. And I know a lot of people are saying, no, Gooseworks says there's going to be a season 2, there's going to be an alternate thing or whatever. It's not the end. Look at the way she looks at us. Look back here, right? She walks here, stops dead center of the camera, looks around, looks right up at us, looks down, and waves right at us. I mean, she's looking into our souls, guys. This is the end. Now, during these credit scenes, there's a lot going on. You know, they end up cooking the ugly fish there. I can't believe they did that. But also this part here with they explore a cave. But yeah, right here, the trauma. Ragatha's like, no. And look at her. Look how red her face is. And she's like screaming into the box so she doesn't have to hear what's going on behind Zubul's door because Zubul got their wish. But also something I missed, because we know that Zubul loves Gangle. Gangle's door is open and there's nobody in there. So we know what's going on now. Oh, also this part right here where Caine puts this away. I didn't actually quite notice what this is, but he put that blue AI in here. And if you look right here at the top, guys, 57 again at the top. It is everywhere. He locks this up like Poppy in her case. He's trying to keep it from corrupting him again. Now, the after credits scene right here at the bus stop, which was so cool to see all of the characters arrive at the bus stop, right? This was super cool. And actually this bus stop exists in real life. People have already gone there and like written things on it. Like not like vandalized it, but put some stickers and like written in the dirt, like with their fingers. Super cool that the entire group is there. And okay, so if you didn't realize, obviously this is Jackson. Like look at his body position. I mean, that is exactly, he's also pretty tall, but are she so tall compared to everyone else? But the lean and everything is exactly how Jax acts in TADC. But these are the characters. So you can see Gangle here, and she still has the wrist brace on recently after her car accident. Zubul, Ragatha, Pomni, Kinger, and like I said, Jax. Now the cool thing about this is that these actors actually like took some IRL pictures. Let me, I saw this on Reddit. It was so cool. Now, of course, we've got a selfie taken by Jax with the super long arms being the tallest. And you've got Gangle, Ragatha, Zubul, Pomni, and Kinger. And I mean, looking at them, like, I really, especially like Kinger, I really love the actors that they chose to represent the real world characters. And like this one, this is at the bus stop. They actually took a photo, I guess, during the filming. And look at Jax. Jax is so tall, and they just have like so good at being Jax. And then this like Polaroid, and I'm not sure, PQ 416 2026. Ragatha, this is Zubul, this is Gangle, this is Pomni, and Jax back there. I'm not sure what they went to. This is them at someone's house, and there's Jax hanging out at Pomni's place with Ragatha. Maybe at the same place, and I would almost say Halloween, because I'm not sure who that is in the costume. But then Jax actually is I don't know if a postal service employee, but works delivering packages, and they have their hand in the package. And of course we have Kinger back there, and the smirk on their face is so Jax. We've got Pomni, and look at this. This Kinger photo is amazing. I mean, look at that look, the mouth, the way he's just like looking up at the sky, and kind of like unfocused, like not really thinking about anything. That is Kinger. And yeah, Pomni looks excited, and I think that might be a Pomni plush right there in her bag. Oh yeah, look. So right here, yeah, it is. There's a Pomni right there. Zubul is pointing at the Pomni doll right there that Pomni or Abby just got. And then, yeah, Zubul again, very Zubul. And again, look at Kinger. It's so perfect. He is so good at just acting like, hey, man, I don't even know where I am right now. And then this is Ragatha taking a selfie with Pomni, and I think that's Kinger back there. This might be at the bus stop, or actually like at the catering tent at the shoot. And yeah, there they all are again, although no Jax in this one. And yeah, that is it. So those are all the things you missed in TADC episode 9. Let me know if you saw anything that I missed, especially if you can figure out what the number 57 means.